Hello, I'm Varun Singh, and welcome to my 15112 term project for the spring of 2015. I have created the card game Nertz, which is a multiplayer real-time card game I've designed to be played across two computers. For the purposes of this demonstration, though, I will run it on two separate interpreters on my machine to simulate gameplay across two different computers. So we will first run it on the server, and now we will run it on the client. And you could see that we actually have two separate screens, one for the server and one for the client. On two separate computers, this will actually be on the different screens on each computer. But here too, we will see two separate screens, one for each player, and on both screens you can see the moves of both players. The only difference is that here I only have one mouse instead of two, so I will have to click for both players as a single-person demonstration. The object of the game is to get rid of your Nertz pile, and you can do that by placing the cards in the Nertz pile legally on either of the rivers or on the lakes. You can also shuffle the cards around equally amongst the lakes, which can be started by clicking on any ace, or the stream, which is these three cards down here, which can be added to, or any of the rivers, so that you can clear up spots to legally place cards from the Nertz pile. The exciting part is the real-time feature, where people don't take turns. Instead, each player can play whenever they want, and the moves will show up on both players' screens, just like actual physical gameplay. The game knows who selected what cards and which player is clicking where, so that each of the two players just has to click within the pile that they would like to place their highlighted cards, and the game knows which player made which move, even in real time. Of course, as a single player, I sort of have to go in sequential order as I don't have two mice, but over two computers, each person can click freely and see and manipulate the whole board as it's being transformed in real time. Also, I can click R to reset the game whenever I want. For example, here I can click R and the game is reset. For example, here player 1 can click on this card and it shows on both screens. And then player 2 can click on any card, say on the deck or on the jack, and I can go back to player 1 and click on this card, and it will know that player 1 has chosen to put the 3 on top of the 4. As you can see, all the moves were being shown on both screens immediately after they were done, and both players could be playing in real time. Now we can reset the game on either screen, and we see that a new game is displayed. I mentioned lakes, and to start a lake, you select an ace, which is randomly placed on any empty portion of the board. As more and more aces are selected, you can have up to 8 lakes, as there are 8 aces amongst 2 cards from which you can build those lakes up. Moreover, as I click on the lakes over and over again, as I click on the deck over and over again, it gets more and more empty until it is completely empty, and it says stream to deck, in which case all the cards from the stream will go back to the deck by clicking on the deck. Here we have started another game with an ace already placed on a lake, and notice how I can select the card and it shows up real time on each of the decks. We can keep going in this fashion. Here we can see another feature of my game. whereby I can select cards, place them on the rivers, but if I select a card, I don't have to exactly click on the bottom card of the river. I can in fact click anywhere on the river, and if the move is legal, the card will be placed. And normal gameplay can be resumed. When the whole Nertz pile of 13 cards has been cleared for either player, the game ends and it displays a game-winning screen in the middle with who won and with how many points they won. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed learning about my real-time implementation of the exciting card game Nertz.